Yeah, I mean, it was less my decision at the start than my coach sort of being like, I really don't think you should go to Kona. And I mean, it was clearly the right decision. Like, I think about sort of where I was in terms of fitness on October 11th and where I am now, and sort of how ready I am to have a great race here versus how ready I would have been there. And I mean, it was now so obvious that, like, oh yeah, like, I mean, I needed those 5 weeks to really be ready to put together the kind of race that I think I can be proud of. And it's been a long time since I think I've had a really complete race. I mean, August 2012 was the last race where I felt like I was really 100% and was able to give 100%. And I feel like I'm back there, and I'm glad, way glad to be healthy and fit and ready to give 100% here than just to be in Kona but not be that same. I'd rather give a world-class performance at another race than be at a world-class race and not able to give a world-class performance. It was for sure hard to make the decision at the start, but I think once I made it, it became easier to get my head around, and I think the more I started sort of training and sort of feeling where I was at, the more I sort of settled into that, and I didn't have that kind of panic about, like, oh my God, Kona's right around the corner. I had the time to get ready for this race, and I love being here, and it's great to come in and really be able to focus on this. And, I think it was a hard week or so after I kind of made that decision, but then once I made it, I think got my head around it. It was really liberating, and I think, I think I shouldn't have done Kona in 2013, and but I did, and I think I'm way happier to have not done it this year, and hopefully then be back there next year and on the right note. I mean, I think I know how to. I've done well here. Every time I've raced, so I think it's sort of funny. I mean, I think I'm light and all that. And people think like I sort of do well on hillier, harder courses, but I think this course is hard in a deceptive way, and it's you got to be really disciplined, and I think it just sort of seems to suit me. Like I didn't expect this kind of urban race with a pretty flat bike course. Especially when they moved it from April, like when it was really windy, it was like, yeah, I mean, you could see it kind of sorted me a bit more, hot and windy. But now, I think it's maybe kind of less obvious. But I always seem to do well here. I seem to have kind of figured out how to race here, and the timing seems to work. I know how to prepare. I know where to stay, and I have so much familiarity. It's just, I mean, this race really feels like home for me, and I think at some point it's become now just sort of like, I think of this race as my race. I can't imagine. I'm sure that there'll be some year where I won't be here, and every year that I haven't, the one year I wasn't here in 2012 was, I was supposed to race, but probably shouldn't have, and it sort of, I guess, lucked out that I crashed my mountain bike, but I really missed it, and I think last year to come back and to have a great race and close the season on a high note, looking to do that again. And I mean, I love being out there with everyone on 3 loops of the bike, and it gets a little bit crazy at times, but it's awesome. There's way more awesome moments than there are sort of hair-raising moments, and I'm always excited to be here, and I love the community. I mean, really, so many people cheer for you, and like it's you think, does it really matter? But it does. I mean, it's really motivating for me. We all have that dark moment in an Ironman, and people just don't. They don't. You can't stay in your own head here, right? There's always somebody cheering for you, and kind of willing you to go for it. And yeah, I mean, it was special to win here in 2009, but I think really what turned this into my race was coming back here in 2010 after my bike wreck, and I mean, just the support that I got. I mean, I don't think I'll ever have a race that's as emotional as crossing that finish line in 2010.